Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? This is Tyler from No Picks Podcast.
What's up, fam? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so Joe, check this out. Today, I got some more relationship content from TikTok, right? So, you remember that you brought this woman up once. Her name was Princella, something like that, right?
Oh Lord, the Queen Maker,
Yeah,
Princella, the
Queen
Queen
Maker,
Maker.
Princella, the Queen Maker. Yeah, so
Oh,
she got some
Lord.
stuff that I peeped on TikTok, and I want to share it, and let's have a conversation about it. All right, here we go.
There is an issue that men have with women, right? And so listening to the LGBT men, because I stumbled up across them in 2015 as well, and I started studying their psychology, and I started to know things that a lot of women weren't privy to. And a lot of these males were on the DL. So I told my ladies at that time, I say, look, these dudes out here messing with other dudes and they're using women as covers. And what I learned is that the harder that a male goes against a woman, the more straight he feels like he appears. A lot of the misogynistic vocalization from men, a lot of it is to cover up the fact that they're with men. I created a fake profile on a gay app for men. It was strictly gay for gay men. So I created a fake profile on there, and men just instantly started hitting me up. And I just started asking questions. And a lot of them had divulged that they had relationships with women and they were discreet. So I went back and told my ladies at that time, I say, look, y'all don't know what's going on out here. Make you a profile and see who's on there in your local community. A lady got back to me and she was like, I'm glad that you told me to do that because I found my son's youth pastor on this app and he got a whole wife and he was going to take my son and a group of boys on a camping trip in 2 weeks. Right. So she pulled her son from that. Right. And then she went up to the church and, made a scene or whatever the case may be. But that's how it all started to unravel, because it wasn't just black men on there. It was all kind of other races on there. There is an issue.
So, Joe, what's your thoughts, bro? What's your thoughts on this?
Excuse the face, bro. She disgusts me. Like, just looking at her makes me mad. Like, I can't even look at her with a straight face. Okay, Princella. So, I mean, she got exposed recently, right? But I'm gonna save that for like after we touch on what she was talking about. But She definitely got exposed, right? So, okay, so you went on a gay dating app and found that there were men who were on the DL
That are
on
gay.
this dating app that are gay on this dating.
Okay.
What the hell did you think you were gonna find? What do you think you were gonna find, dumbass? Like, I'm just like, okay, you went to a gay dating app and you found out that some men are just gay, and because maybe in black culture we're way more homophobic, maybe they were a little more discreet with that because people have careers and they can't live for whatever reason. There are so many reasons why men and women, but we're talking about men, go on the DL, right? Do I think it's right? No, I think men should be honest. Just like I expect a trans woman to be upfront with who she is, I would hope that men would be honest with their sexual orientation, even if they have wives or if they're entertaining women or trying to. I don't think that's cool at all, right? But I just don't. It just didn't take. I don't. It wasn't very compelling, Princella. Yes, you went to a day dating app, a gay dating, and you found gay men, and you found that some of them were in the DL. Okay, it's a part of life. It happens.
Right.
But she's trying to make it seem like when men go harder on women, it's because we want men.
Yeah.
So basically trying to say that anytime we either criticize or we try to complain or press on them or put some pressure on them, it's because we're probably on a DL or we'd rather be with men. That's what I thought she was trying to get to. And that's why I'm just like, right. So now women can't find men because all these men are gay.
Right.
All these men are just another. All right. So that's my initial thought, bro. What did you think about this BS?
So I second what you said, right? But I'm gonna add something to it, bro. This sounds like this is an excuse that I'm hearing from women more and more online, talking about why they can't find men, why these women are fucking single, right? The reason that they're single is because all the men are secretly gay. That's how convenient is that? That's a convenient fucking out for you because you can't find a man
Right.
that you're looking for. This rich man that's going to take you on all these vacations and give you all this money and buy you a Birkin bag and do all this and pay all your bills and expect nothing from you because you can't find that man from that amoeba of a man that doesn't really exist in real life that you think exists because you can't find that man. All the men are gay. So that's like
Right.
I've been hearing this online more and more lately. It's like, okay, I'm single because I can't because the women that normally say this shit have these ridiculous standards that most men can never fucking live up to. So they
Right.
when they talk to these 10% men, these 5% men, these 1% men, they get ran through, passed to the side, and they move on to the next young tenderbone that they didn't fuck yet. What happens is with you lose out. You don't get the white picket fence and all that shit like you like that in your dreams that you thought you would get once you met this man. You meet these men, right? You meet because it ain't hard meeting these men, right? What's hard is getting them
Right.
to commit to you. That's the hard part.
Commitment.
So
It's easy to get dick.
it's easy to get dick. You could be listen.
Right.
You and I talked about this all the time. You, everybody on those dating apps from the 10 to the 1, right? A 1 meaning you are that you're gross. 10 meaning you are that woman. You are that chick that all the dudes chase after. All the women from the 1 to the 10, they all get dick. But they all
Right.
get taken different levels of serious.
Right.
So
Right.
because you got that dick from that from that high class 1% male, 2% male, 3% male, or 9% male that you lust after, that all the women lust after, and he just kind of fucked you on a beach in Miami and never talked to you again. Now all the men are gay.
All men are gay. Right. And we've been hearing this for so long, Ty. How long have we heard just in our community, like with the black women, but like, oh, most of these black men are either in jail
Or
or
they gay.
gay, or they go to jail and come out gay. Some combination. Either they gay outside of jail, they gay inside of
Right.
jail, they come out. You know what I mean? Like we're just gay. So
Yeah.
many of us are just gay, and we've been hearing this for so long, bro. And it's a tired. I'm tired of this narrative, bro. I'm tired of it. But it's pure. It's pure
Right.
deflection. Of course you can't find a man. All these men are. You said it. It's because yeah. And these are the women who are also single by
Right.
choice, right? I imagine these are the women who are single by choice saying this nonsense as well. Nah, bro, that's cap. That's cap. And I just so Shorty Princella. I don't know if you knew this. She got exposed. So the chick B
Yeah.
Simone. She used to be big on the Lapeef network. She was on the panel a while back. She was one of those confrontational, aggressive, modern women, feminist, black feminist. She hated Kevin Samuels. Her and Lapeef would go back and forth at times in contentious exchanges. She was one of them women, right? But she was on that show for a while. She's not there anymore. But she actually got asked out to go on a date by Princella. And they went on a date, and then it ended up being a relationship that was a short-term relationship. So she came out and she exposed Princella because she's like, wait a minute, now I got something to say because she's out there slandering my name, talking reckless on social media, taking shots at me, throwing shade on social media. So she came out and was like, I gotta expose her. So this Princella chick, she said that Shorty was hella aggressive, hella disrespectful, like was yelling at her because she wouldn't put her seatbelt on, like spazzing out on her, like was just irritated by her, even said that women get on her damn nerves. This chick has an autistic daughter. She B Simone went to her house, got her autistic daughter sleeping on dirty mattresses. The girl's not even in school. She's not even being properly homeschooled. Like this is Princella, the queen maker, right? Talking all that crap about men, but she puts on this facade for the world to see. But she's a clown. She is a clown, and she gets off on trying to get straight women to sleep with, trying to sleep with straight women. So she also wants to go around seeing if she can, bag basically straight women and turn them somehow. She gets off on that. So she's a clown, bro. If anybody gets a chance, go see B Simone exposing the Queen Princella, the Queen Maker. She exposed her. She's a clown. MTR also did a video on this exposure. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Shout out to the brother. I love his channel too. But people have been talking about Princella. She's a fraud, bro. So as soon as I saw her face, my mind immediately went to like, oh, she got exposed like a couple weeks ago. Like she's a clown, and she's still on, Tasha K's show. She's still making her runs. She's a clown, bro. I don't. Everything he says out her mouth, I just.
But this is the thing.
She's a clown.
This is a. She's gonna be popular with women, right? Because this
Right. Oh, she still is.
this is a good message for women because there's a lot of women, bro. There's a lot of
Right.
women that have this ridiculous standard that will never be met, right? And she can point to. They can look at this video and say, "Hey, this is why I can't meet this man making all this money because he's actually gay. He doesn't exist." He
Right.
exists, but he's gay. He
Right.
wants other men. He doesn't want me. So he don't want to spend all his money on me and my 4 kids and my 4 baby dads. He wants all the money for him and his
Right.
boyfriends. So he's really just gay. These men are just gay out here. They don't really want women. You know, they hate women. They don't want us to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, that's how
Right.
convenient is that? Like that's never an argument
Right.
that a man can make. Like, just imagine the man
Right.
equivalent of what we're talking about right now. Just like oh, so I'm gonna give you a minute. Just think of what the possible man equivalent could be to this to wake us say, okay, well, you know what? This perfect woman that we want just don't exist. So fuck it. We just going, not worry about women anymore.
I've never heard a man be like, "Man, I can't find a good woman. I guess they all just gay." Like, it don't even sound right coming out my mouth, bro. I might start saying that
They all
just
just
for
gay.
shits and giggles now. Damn, bro, ain't no good women out here, bro. They all lesbos, bro. They just lesbos. Some of them take
They
peen,
all
but they all
lesbos,
lesbos, bro.
Like,
I've never heard of it. You're right, bro.
there's no
There is
male
no
equivalent of
equivalent
this
on that
because it's
side.
so silly and
There is, yeah,
nonsensical
there
that like
isn't.
it's like, okay, like okay,
Right.
so you mean to tell me, it's Princella, right? You can't find one man. Like I mean, you're a high value woman, right?
And she got a kid, so clearly she has a man impregnate her. Whether or not he was a good man, that's on her. You know what I mean? She let him impregnate her, but she's not with him
But you
anymore.
shouldn't have.
And she's a horrible
You should
mother,
have
but
made sure that that man was a high status man and he would have given you the world.
right.
Because I mean, why
Right.
wouldn't you? Because you're savvy enough, you're smart enough to understand. I mean, you're smart enough to create a
Yeah.
fake gay profile on a gay dating app and then expose Ben for being gay. Guess what? The men on that gay dating app, they're gay.
And she'll talk about this, but women like her piss me off too because they won't talk about the experiments where like women pretend to be men on dating apps and see how difficult it is for men to just get matches or to like find anybody. They don't see the experiments where women go undercover as a man and go out trying to date women and how they're just like, yo, women get on my damn nerves. Like y'all are crazy. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all are really delusional. Y'all entitled. She'll talk about this one little stupid experiment she did and a couple profiles that she saw, but she won't see these other experiments where we're like, yo, y'all shorties are crazy, bruh. Like the stuff that we're saying, and we've seen, women have hinted at this, right? Like as soon as the manosphere became a thing, they're just like, oh, these men, they just hate women. They might as well just date each other. Anytime we offer criticism, oh, that's sassy. Men who talk back are sassy. Men who criticize are zesty. Men who do
Right.
this, you know what I'm saying? Like they find any given moment to be like, yo, why don't y'all just go date each other? So before Princella said this, women have already been hinting towards this, like, oh man, they just must be gay. These passport bros, maybe they're all losers. These men who are there, you know, what I mean,
Yeah.
there's always some reason as to why they can't keep or find a man, and it's never them. It's always
Right.
something external. Look at Vivica A. Fox. We talked about her in
That's
this
one.
episode, right? Am I tripping? No, we talked about her in a previous episode, but she's 60 right now, looking for a wedding application, looking to get married. She done
Yeah.
been through 50 Cent, Dennis Rodman. She's been through so many men who are famous, wealthy, men of stature, and none of them put a ring on it. And now she's at 60 looking for a man. And you mean to tell me she couldn't find one man in all her, let's say since she was 20. Let's say she was in 20 years you couldn't find
40.
one good man that you could settle down with and marry and take his last name and just be happily married.
40. 40.
In
So she
20
yeah.
no, 40. I'm tripping. My math is up. 40 years? In 40?
Guess what, Joe?
It's never their fault,
They were
bro.
all
But
gay.
yeah. They were gay. They were all gay. They were gay. I should have known. I bet you Princella's
He's gay.
baby dad, he's gay. He's gay too. He
He's gay.
impregnated me, but listen, I'm pretty sure he's gay. I'm pretty sure he's gay too. Nah, bro, this is crazy. And then of course we've talked about this before where like women in our community use the homophobic stuff as in the pejorative. Like they're very homophobic. Like they
They do.
champion the gay community. They're all
Yeah.
for like gay men, and but as soon as a straight man does something they disapprove
Yes.
of, oh, he's gay. It's how quickly that
Yeah.
word becomes into
Yeah.
the pejorative
Yeah.
when you're talking about a man who
Yeah.
says something you don't like. So then there's that too, bro. So like there's like this weird stuff going on with our community with like the term gay and you know what I mean,
Hey
what
Joe,
they perceive as gay.
you mentioned this, but
And
let me tell a
and I'm
story real quick. I'll make this real quick.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go
So
ahead.
my ex or whatever, you know she is whatever. So my ex was like, yo, she had an issue with one of my best friends, Brian. You also know him, and he's like, yo, so we were at a bar once, right? So it was before we got married. We were at a bar once, and she's talking to him, and I went to the bathroom. So she asked him. I found out later, but she asked him, like, hey, you know what? What do you think of me and him? Like, like, do you think we make a good couple? So Brian being Brian, like, listen, he's tipsy, he's chilling, he's having his drink, he's having a good time. Brian, like, yo, bro, you want the truth? She like, yeah, of course, I always want the truth. He like, listen, I mean, you kind of lucky to be with him. He was like, dude, this is what he said. I never told you this before. This is what he said. So he like, I mean, the boy's attractive. I mean, he got a good job. I mean, like, he doing his thing, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you kind of lucky, like, to be with him. I ain't gonna hold you or whatever. So I come back and she had a whole attitude the rest of the night. I didn't understand why, right? I found out later because she started saying slick stuff about him. And all the insults that she directed at him, guess what nature those insults were? He's gay.
He's gay.
Reason
I think he's trying to get us to break up so he can get
that
with
was
you.
exactly what she said.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
No, no,
And mind
no.
you, the man's married. He is
bruh.
not. Listen,
Yo, big
he
up to
wasn't
Brian.
worried about it. That's not the type of time he ever was on. Right? I know this man a very long time. Never the type of time he was on. Man had some drinks in him. If he didn't have some drinks in him, he probably would have said something different. But he was on some real type time. You asked him a question, he gave you an answer. But because he didn't give you an answer that you wanted,
right,
he had to be gay. So from that point on, until we ended up getting divorced, every time he was around, he would dip out, whatever. Like, oh well, say we would be drinking in a house, something like that. Me, him, her, and his girl, whatever. Drinking. He dipped, maybe his girl dipped or something like that. She'd be like, oh, he probably wants you to just go in the bathroom with him and do gays. I'd be sitting there with my drink in my hand, like, and I never even brought it to his attention because I knew how silly it was, right? But like, for anybody watching this right now, and this is kind of dragging on, but like anybody watching this right now who doesn't know, like, listen, that's an insult that women levy on men that they disapprove of in some kind of way. So she didn't like that he was like, listen, you're lucky to be with him. You should be happy to be with him. It turned into, you know what? I want you to leave her so you can be with me so we can be gay together.
it's becoming one of those buzzwords again, bro. So anytime they disapprove of something a man does, he's narcissistic, he's gay, he's misogynistic. These are all buzzwords now that we keep hearing, and most of these women who use these terms, small dick, you know what I mean? He got a shrimp, all this, right? You could be piping her down for years, but the moment y'all split up and it's nasty, oh, that's why your dick little. Oh yeah, you wasn't complaining, you was taking his pipe. So all the time, bro. It's sad, bro. But I believe it. I believe it. I've been called gay in the past by exes, not all, but some, and they were toxic. And I'm just like, right, you can say whatever you want. I've been called narcissistic. I've been called controlling. Like, and these things are not true, family. I'm telling y'all.
They're true.
I'm telling y'all they're not true, bro. Like, so it happened. No, but this is what it is, bro. And it's another deflection of accountability, bro. That's all it is. It's deflecting accountability once again. It's everyone else's problem.
Women are gonna love this message because it signals to them, hey, this is why I can't find a man that's gonna pay all my bills, take care of me and my kids, and put us in a high rise in a deluxe apartment in the sky because all the men are gay.
Yeah. This is ridiculous, bro. And anytime a woman on anywhere, a podcast, real life, anytime they start off a sentence by saying a real man would, I'm like, shut up. Put the brakes on that. Y'all can't even define what a real woman is. You can't tell me what a real man is. Most of y'all, a lot of y'all in our, especially in our community, didn't have a father figure in your household, so you don't know what a real man. You don't know what a real man, how he treats his family. You know nothing about the authority that comes from a grown ass man who's trying to protect and lead. You don't know anything about that. So these women want to define what a real man is, but a real man is basically, to them, is
Yeah,
a man who
absolutely,
does
absolutely.
their bidding. A real man, anytime there's a real
Yeah,
man that would do
them,
this,
a
it's
hundred
always something
percent.
that's going to benefit
No,
her, solely them. You know what I'm saying? Corey Leroy recently, her teenage boy built ass, she came out recently talking about a real man. It takes a real man to deal with a chick who's with trauma. And I'm like, oh, so a real man has to put up with the craziness and the baggage that comes from the chick who has trauma.
no,
And I'm like, you don't get to
no.
define what a real man does and what he has to deal with and not. No. You see what I'm saying? So anytime a woman starts
Yeah,
out, a real man would, shut your ass up. You don't
you
get to
don't.
tell
No.
us what a real man is. You don't. You don't get to define that.
Yeah,
Nope.
it was a good one,
So
right?
yeah, bro.
All
Anyway,
right.
this was a good
So
one, bro.
listen,
You
family.
got
Like, comment,
it's a good one.
subscribe. Listen, if y'all want to have a conversation about it, I would love to have a conversation with some ladies about this. I mean, I want their opinion. Oh, listen, is
Yeah.
the reason that you don't have your 7-figure man, you living in a house somewhere in the mountains with the goats and shit, is because all those men are gay. Listen, let us know. Maybe listen, maybe we're gay. We just don't know about it. Like maybe we're gay. Um,
Man,
like, comment,
I didn't know.
subscribe, share our stuff, and I mean, until next time.
No Diddy, y'all.